This phone is fire. Unveiled as a budget warrior for gamers, the Infinix GT Pro has made quite an impression. With its futuristic design, it certainly looks the part. As an amateur occasional gamer who is always on the lookout for solid gaming phones without spending so much money, this phone had a lot to prove. A solid gaming experience with a bezel-less 144Hz display refresh rate, a futuristic design with LEDs, lights, bells and whistles, MediaTek Dimensity 8200 Ultimate processor with a dedicated gaming chip and a dual speaker setup by JBL. This might be something. So let's dive in and see if the GT Pro lives up to the hype. Talking about diving in, you literally have to dive in to dig out the phone from the two-layer package, and by the way, the packaging is solid and premium. Mine came in a gift box, so apart from the items you get in the regular box, which includes the phone, a hard case, a protective glass for the display, a 45W charger brick, USB-A to USB-C cable, a pair of USB-C earphones. I also got an extra case with magnets, a detachable game controller, gaming finger gloves, and a magnetic cooling sink that is powered through USB. I feel like this is the best unboxing experience I've had on a smartphone. I'm not going to dwell so much on the design because it is obviously what it is, but I must admit that Infinix went all out with the GT Pro's design. They nailed the gaming theme with its color options and glowing accents on the back. Infinix refers to this as the cyber mecha design, and the LED fanfare is what they call the mecha loop lighting. I have the PUBG edition and the design resembles something from out of space, giving the impression of a transparent case showing the internal components of the phone, and this reminds me a lot about the Nothing phone. The phone features a customizable RGB mini LED with 8 color combos and 4 lighting effects. This design not only looks great but also integrates very well with functional elements, providing visual feedback during gaming, music and notifications. It also has an IR blaster so you can control your home appliances. The overall build quality is robust and the phone feels premium in hand. The display on the GT Pro is definitely one of its standout features. The 144Hz Full HD Plus AMOLED display offers vibrant colors, deep blacks and smooth animations, making it perfect for gaming and media consumption. Unlocking the phone with the in-display fingerprint sensor was quite fast. It has the 2304Hz PWM dimming and TUV rain light eye comfort certification, ensuring that prolonged use is easy on the eyes. Viewing angles are great and the screen gets bright enough for easy outdoor visibility with a peak brightness of 1300 nits. The 144Hz refresh rate makes scrolling and animations buttery smooth. I really enjoy watching videos and playing games on the display. Please kindly consider subscribing to the channel if you are not yet subscribed to keep the ministry rolling to the permanent side. Also, consider turning the notification bell to stay in the loop when I post new videos like this one. The main thing you want to consider when buying a gaming phone is its performance, and this is actually where the GT Pro truly shines. The MediaTek Dimensity 8200 Ultimate processor powers the GT Pro. It is a 4nm 5G chipset, and we've seen it in devices like the Tecno Camon 30 Pro, Xiaomi 13T and Vivo V30 phones. Games like PUBG Mobile run flawlessly on the highest settings, hitting a consistent 120 frames per second thanks to the phone's dual chip setup. The phone barely breaks a sweat during intense sessions, keeping thermal in check. Multitasking is a breeze. Switching between games and apps is lightning fast with 12 gigs of RAM, which is expandable up to 24 gigs with the internal storage space. The 256GB of fast UFS 3.1 storage provides ample space for apps, games and files. I did not experience any lag, stuttering or slowdowns in my daily use. The phone stays cool even during extended gaming sessions. I ran the Geekbench test and got a single core score of 998 and a multi-core score of 3793. On Antutu, I got a score of 916,568, which is very impressive for a phone in this category. I feel like Infinix was intentional with some of the features and design choices on this phone to improve the gaming performance and overall experience. One of these intentional choices would be the plastic build of the phone that keeps the phone lightweight and helps with thermal induction, so it's very easy to handle while gaming. You practically do not feel the weight. There's also a bypass charging feature in the S-Boost gaming panel. This prevents overheating by ensuring that when the phone is in use for gaming or video playback, while charging, the power supply bypasses the battery and directly powers the phone. Also in the S Boost panel are a plethora of customization and gaming options to enhance the gaming experience on the phone. You get an overview of how much CPU and GPU power is being used, as well as options to switch between different performance modes. It includes an esports mode that optimizes performance and minimizes disruptions, making it ideal for competitive gameplay. If you get the fan like I did, which works really great, it feels like a mini AC. You can attach it to the case provided by the internal magnets, or use the sticker magnets provided on the phone if you don't like using cases like me with phones, to improve the thermal performance of the phone. Audio is another area where the GT20 Pro excels. The dual speakers tuned by JBL deliver clear and powerful sound, enhancing the gaming and multimedia experience. It is very loud, although not so rich in the low frequencies. The GT20 Pro is obviously a gaming-centric phone, but it is also still a phone, and another thing to consider when picking up a phone would be the cameras. It features a 108 megapixel optical image stabilized triple rear camera setup, and that sounds impressive on paper, but the reality is a bit underwhelming. Daylight photos with the main 108 megapixel sensor are great, but details get smudged when you zoom in. Low light performance is just average. While the camera isn't a deal breaker for gamers, you might want to look elsewhere if you are just a casual phone user. Something impressive here though is the optical image stabilization you get with videos. And talking about videos, this is one of the few mid-range phones I know that allows you to capture 4K videos in 60 frames per second thanks to the MediaTek Dimensity 8200 Ultimate chipset. Battery life is also crucial for gamers, and the GT20 Pro doesn't disappoint. It comes with a 5000 mAh battery that supports 45 watts hypercharge technology. This allows for rapid charging, ensuring the phone is ready to go after a short charge. In my experience, the 5000 mAh battery was enough to comfortably get me through a full day of heavy use, and sometimes even into the next day. The GT20 Pro runs a custom XOS skin made specifically for the GT20 Pro, and Infinix claims that it is a near stock Android 14 Bluetooth free experience, and this is a big fat miscalculation. The Bluetooth here is nothing close to minimal. You have multiple apps pre-installed for the same functions. For instance, there are 2 file managers, one from Google and one from Infinix, 2 music players, 2 video players, 2 photo galleries. It is also not close to a stock Android experience, and this is not a deal breaker in my opinion. The OS is designed to prioritize gaming performance with features like game network acceleration and intelligent resource management to keep the phone running smoothly even under heavy loads. The big news here in the software department is that it will receive 2 major Android upgrades and 3 years of security patch updates according to Infinix, and this is very unlike Infinix. The GT20 Pro is available for about $350 US, which is quite a fair bargain for the specs you are getting, right? I'm not sure about the price in Nigeria because it is not yet available in phone stores here, but I'm expecting it to be priced similarly to the Camon 30 Pro 5G, which is about 400,000 naira. While the GT20 Pro is an impressive device, there are a few drawbacks I would bear in mind. Although the device promises 2 major Android upgrades, the frequency and timeliness of these updates could be a concern for people who prioritize staying on the latest software. And I also wish it is close to stock Android like they claim. That would make a lot of sense. While it boasts a high 108 megapixel count, photos can be blurry, especially when zoomed in. Low light performance seems average too. Some people will miss the convenience of a 3.5mm headphone jack and expandable storage via a micro SD card slot, which are absent on the GT20 Pro, even though it came with a pair of USB-C earphones. These are common complaints and might just be me nitpicking, but they may not be deal breakers for everyone. For example, if you mainly use headphones with Bluetooth connectivity and don't need a ton of storage space, the missing features might not be a big deal. If you prioritize raw performance and a futuristic design over fancy cameras, the Infinix GT20 Pro is a serious contender. Like and share if this was helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this one. You can continue watching this video right here, and if I make a gaming or charging test video of the GT20 Pro, that video will be right here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.